What's up guys, and welcome back to the Mendez Fitness channel. And before we get into it, I would love for you to click the like button right now because I know you're gonna like this video after I go through it. And I wanna make sure for those who haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please click the subscribe button right now as well so you can keep getting more of this value information, all right? All right, so going into it, target audience. Why is target audience so important? Well, the first thing I'm gonna tell you why is because when you understand who your target audience, you know who to go after in your business, especially when you're online. And today I'm gonna talk specifically to those online health and fitness coaches who are having problems finding who their target audience is online. And the first problem that I see is, and I'm gonna tell you this, is that coaches try serving everybody, all right? They try serving everybody. And I'm here to tell you guys that if you try serving everybody, you're not gonna serve anybody, okay? So this is the biggest first problem that I'm seeing, is that you try to serve way too many people. The next problem that I'm seeing is moving away from serving everybody. Guess what they try doing? They then start trying to do too much in a broad spectrum out of their specialization. And that's another problem. So trying to get out of their specialization and not focusing on what they're really special at. So going too broad. So guys, if you can, I know it's a little scrambled, but just bear with me. But what happens is they try serving everybody, they're not focusing on their specialization, and they're going too broad. And the reason why a lot of coaches are going too broad is because they feel that they can't get enough people in their specialization. And I'm here to tell you that that's wrong. I'm here to tell you that you can find people in your specialization. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to go too broad. I'm here to tell you that the problem is that you're serving everybody or trying to serve everybody, and then you're not serving anybody, okay? There's something that one of my mentors said, and he said, you need to be the superhero for the people that you're meant to be the superhero for. Think about that for a sec. Be the superhero for the people that you're meant to be the superhero for. If you watch any superhero movies, Marvel, DC, think about it. They all have like their own respective city or people that they look up to, right? Even when in the Marvel series, people are fanatics of certain characters because that character resonates with that person. For me, I'm a huge fan. Number one, I love the Hulk. That's my favorite character, right? That's in the Marvel world. I love the Hulk, and then and Wolverine as well. In the DC world, I love Batman. So those three speak out to me. Marvel, Hulk, and Wolverine, Batman in the DC world. Why? Because that's who I've looked up to. That's who I've always said, that's my favorite superhero. That's who I align with, I connect with. I can see myself calling them if I needed them or being them one day. So I need you to think about that because the same thing goes for you. There's people out there that just want you as their superhero. They're not looking for another superhero. They need you as their superhero. And that's where you need to be able to hone in and own your specialization. And that is completely fine. Don't worry about being broad. Don't worry about trying to serve everybody. Worry about the niche. Worry about specializing. Worry about the group, the 5% of people that you're gonna be the superhero for. When you start doing that, your business is gonna go up. Why? I'm gonna tell you right now. When you can focus on your specialization, this is what happens. You're pouring out more of what you love to do. You're showcasing what your mastery skills are best at. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, most coaches out there, all of us, we have a pretty good broad understanding of how to work with many different people and use many different tools. But if you break down certain coaches, some specialize in certain areas more than others. And that's what you need to highlight yourself as. This doesn't mean that you can't help other people. This doesn't mean that when you're working with an individual, doesn't mean you might not use other things. But when you're showcasing it, you need to talk about what you know the most of. And too many coaches are talking about the other things that they might not know too much about. So focus on what you know most of, and those are the people you're gonna attract. It's also too the same thing. If you have a heart problem and you need to get heart surgery, are you gonna get heart surgery with a general doctor? Or you're gonna go to a heart specialist, a heart surgeon who's gonna help you to get out of your heart situation and get you a new heart or help you with whatever heart issue you have. You're probably gonna hire the heart surgeon. It's the same thing goes when it comes to coaching. If somebody has issues with a certain area of their body or they're looking to achieve a certain goal, they're not going for a coach who's all over the place, who's broad. They're going for a specialist. You need to be a specialist. And when you can really hone in on being the specialist and the best specialist, the money will come along. And it will. Trust me. I've experienced both sides. I've experienced the side of trying to serve everybody and not really making much, just getting by. And I currently am experiencing the side of specializing in a certain area that I know a lot about and seeing the benefits and seeing the money coming in. And it's truly amazing. And when you can really grasp that and understand that this is where you need to hang out more in, so that way you can bring more of your target audience, you're gonna see tons and tons of success coming your way. So the most important thing, guys, is first identify what are your superpowers, meaning your specialties. Identify what are your superpowers. And when you can figure out what your superpowers is, I want you to really focus on where do you think the victims are hanging out? Where do you think the people you need to save are hanging out? And then after that, you need to ask yourself, what are your victims' belief systems? You're the superhero, right? So what are their belief systems? What do they believe in? Where do they like to hang out? What do they like to do? What's their age range? How much are they making on a yearly basis? Because if you look at these superhero movies, a lot of them have different areas that they hang out in and save different people, right? They all have different types of people that they save, and they actually help different types of people in these movies. If you see them, they all go to different scenes, different stuff. Some are going over here, some will enter another country, some will stay in the States while one is over here doing something else. You see the Marvel series, the Avengers, some are in space saving a whole bunch of stuff out in space, the other one's on Earth, the other one's on another planet. So they're all doing different things. They're working on their specialty to do what it is that they need to do to save whoever they need to save. So you gotta understand, where are those people of yours hanging out? All right, their belief systems. What do they like to do? Who do they associate themselves with? What don't they like? All right, what doesn't that person like? What doesn't your avatar like? Avatar meaning the person that you're gonna serve. What don't they like? A lot of times we don't even ask that question. And it's important because now you know that they don't like these things. Well, then now you know how you can serve them even more. And then moving in deeper from that, guys, you can get into a whole nother level of aspects of understanding your ideal avatar on a much deeper level. All right, it's understanding this person at a very deep level where you can meet them, because that's what's going to create the connection between you and them, to the point where you're even asking questions, or when you're going to, when I ask questions, I mean you're writing the questions down on a paper yourself and you're literally filling it out so that way you can create that ideal avatar for you. But understanding those belief systems, understanding what are they most scared of, their fears, their doubts, what are their non-negotiables, what motivates them, what doesn't motivate them, their morals, their values. You need to ask those questions because you gotta get so specific so you can actually get that person to come to you and you can save them. So with that being said, guys, if you got any value out of this, if this really hit home for you, I would truly appreciate it. Again, if you can like, comment, please subscribe. Guys, I can't wait to pour on more value on you.